Have you been living with stubborn aches, maybe in your knees, lower back, or even your chest? Do you feel like you're always one step behind when it comes to finding real relief? If you've grown tired of reaching for yet another pill bottle, this message is for you. Today, I want to introduce you to something incredibly simple, yet surprisingly powerful. It's not a new pharmaceutical drug or a high-priced supplement. It's something your grandmother may have used. 2 ingredients, likely already sitting in your kitchen: castor oil and garlic. You might be thinking, that sounds too easy. But when combined the right way, this natural remedy has the potential to ease inflammation, loosen tight joints, calm chest congestion, and bring comfort back to your everyday life. And while it's not a magic fix, the results after just 7 days might just surprise you. Over the next few minutes, I'll guide you through how to prepare and use this remedy, what kinds of pain and conditions it can support, and most importantly, why it works so well, especially for aging bodies looking for safe, natural healing. So, if you're ready to feel more like yourself again, even just a little, then stay with me. What you're about to learn could be the beginning of something truly different. If this sounds like the kind of healing you've been searching for, give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment to share your thoughts or experience, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a chance to learn more natural ways to take care of your body. Let's begin with the first ingredient: castor oil. To the eye, it's just a thick golden liquid, but don't underestimate it. For centuries, castor oil has been used across cultures for its deep healing properties. What sets it apart from most other oils is its ability to really penetrate, into the deeper layers of skin and tissue. When applied topically, it doesn't just sit on the surface. It seeps in, right to where inflammation and pain often hide. And once it's there, it gets to work, gently softening tightness, encouraging circulation, and helping the body release tension, waste, and toxins that have built up over time. I've seen people use it for all sorts of concerns: sore joints, swollen knees, lower back pain, even digestive discomfort. What's remarkable isn't just what it does, but how it makes you feel. That slow warmth, the subtle loosening, as if your body is saying, yes, this is what I needed. But here's the real secret. Castor oil becomes even more effective when paired with a familiar yet powerful companion: garlic. You already know garlic as a flavorful kitchen staple. But beyond the flavor, garlic is often called nature's antibiotic for a reason. It's rich in compounds that fight inflammation, kill harmful bacteria, and support the immune system from the inside out. And when used externally, garlic has the ability to draw out congestion, reduce swelling, and stimulate healing, especially when it teams up with castor oil. In just a moment, I'll show you exactly how to combine these 2 natural powerhouses into a simple, effective compress you can apply at home. But first, so how do we bring these 2 ingredients together in a way that truly supports healing? It starts with something simple: a compress. You don't need any special tools, just a clean piece of soft cotton cloth, a teaspoon of castor oil, and a small amount of freshly grated garlic. That's it. Here's how to prepare it. Lay your cloth flat. Add a small amount of castor oil to the center. Then, grate in just a bit of garlic, not too much. Garlic is potent, so a little goes a long way. Mix them gently right there on the cloth and let it sit for a minute to blend. Now comes the magic. Apply the cloth, oil side down, directly onto the area you want to treat: your wrist, your knees, your lower back, or even your chest if you're dealing with congestion. Then wrap the area with another soft cloth or towel to hold everything in place. If you want to take it up a notch, add gentle heat. A heating pad or a warm water bottle placed over the compress can help the oil absorb deeper and activate the healing compounds in the garlic more effectively. Let it sit for at least an hour, or even overnight if you're comfortable. As the hours pass, the warmth helps the body relax. The oil seeps in, the garlic begins its work, and slowly, the pain or tightness starts to soften. This isn't a one-time fix, but after a few days of consistent use, many people notice real change. Less swelling, better movement, easier sleep. If you're following along, give this video a like to let others know natural remedies matter. Comment below with what area of your body you'd most like to try this on, and subscribe to keep exploring more ways to heal gently from the inside out. Now let me share what happened when I personally used this blend for just 7 days. I didn't expect much at first. Like many of you, I had tried countless remedies, creams, supplements, even stretches that were supposed to help. But the pain in my wrist had become a constant companion. Not sharp, not unbearable, just always there. A dull ache that made it hard to lift a kettle or button a shirt without wincing. So I gave this simple blend a try. I followed the exact steps I shared earlier. Just a soft cloth, a bit of garlic, and a teaspoon of castor oil. I wrapped my wrist and rested. The first night, the pain didn't vanish, but it changed. It felt calmer, like the edge had been taken off. I slept a little better. When I woke up, my wrist didn't feel so stiff. By the third night, something shifted. I could move more freely. I wasn't wincing when opening a jar or twisting a doorknob. The inflammation had started to melt away, slowly, gently. And then on the 7th day, I realized I had slept through the night without waking up in pain. That dull ache, gone. I smiled that morning, not because I found a miracle, but because something real was working. Something natural, something my body accepted and responded to. Since then, I've used the same blend on my knees and lower back. Every time, the result is the same. Less stiffness, more comfort, and a growing sense that I can take control of my healing. After that first week, I began hearing stories from friends who gave this remedy a chance too. One of them, Louise, a retired school teacher in her 60s, had lived with lower back pain for years. Pain from standing on hard floors, day in and day out. She started applying the blend every night before bed, just like I did. After 2 weeks, she called me, her voice shaking with emotion. "I forgot what it felt like to stand up without holding on to something," she said. Another friend, a former mail carrier in his 70s, had a long-standing ankle injury from his younger days. That ankle used to swell up with every change in weather. He began using the compress nightly, and by the 10th day, he told me he was walking farther than he had in years. No brace, no limp, no fear of stumbling. These stories aren't rare. They're part of what happens when the body finally receives something it understands, something safe, gentle, and rooted in nature. And it's not just about joints and pain. Some people have used this blend for chest congestion, especially during the colder months. One woman shared how she had been struggling to sleep due to a persistent cough. After applying the castor oil and garlic compress to her chest for just a few nights, her breathing eased. Her cough calmed. She finally slept through the night. There's something incredibly empowering about using ingredients from your own kitchen to find relief, not as a last resort, but as a first step toward healing. When you apply this blend, you're not just treating a symptom. You're giving your body space to reset, to soften, and to restore its balance. And the benefits of this blend don't stop at joint pain or chest congestion. Let's talk about digestive issues, something that becomes more common as we age. Many people experience bloating, constipation, or sluggish digestion. Rather than reaching for harsh laxatives, some have found relief simply by applying this blend externally. By placing the compress over the lower abdomen, just above the belly button, and letting it sit for an hour or so, the castor oil's natural properties begin to support the body's elimination process. One retired nurse told me she had struggled with constipation for years. She tried everything, but it wasn't until she used this remedy regularly, just a few nights a week, that things finally changed. "It's like my system woke up," she said. "I finally feel normal again." Then there are women who've used this blend for support with fibroids or cysts. One young woman I spoke to had a fibroid that was causing discomfort and irregular cycles. Over the course of 5 months, she applied the castor oil and garlic compress to her lower abdomen almost every night. Combined with other natural hormone support, Her fibroid shrank noticeably, and more importantly, the pain disappeared and her energy returned. It's amazing how two simple ingredients pressed gently into the skin can have such a wide range of benefits. Whether it's easing inflammation, encouraging smoother digestion, or supporting hormonal balance, this blend speaks the body's language. It doesn't force change, it encourages it. And with every quiet night of rest, with each small improvement, it reminds us that healing doesn't always come from something new. Sometimes it comes from something old, something trusted, something natural. Beyond digestion and hormonal health, this blend has also shown promise for certain skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis. For those dealing with itchy, inflamed, or flaking skin, applying this mixture gently to the affected area can help reduce redness, soothe irritation, and even support skin regeneration. Of course, a little garlic goes a long way here, especially on sensitive skin, so it's best to use only a small amount or let the garlic infuse into the castor oil briefly before straining it out. I recall one elderly gentleman with persistent patches of dry, irritated skin on his elbows. He started applying the blend every evening and covering the area loosely with a soft cloth. Within a week, the redness began to fade. By the end of the second week, the skin was smoother, calmer, and no longer painful to the touch. Then there's the issue many hesitate to talk about: hemorrhoids. Yes, it might sound unconventional, but this blend, when gently applied, especially if chilled slightly, can bring fast, soothing relief. Castor oil helps reduce swelling and support tissue repair, while garlic targets any underlying irritation or infection. People have even used it for gallbladder or liver support, applying the compress to the upper right side of the abdomen. Combined with hydration and clean eating, some reported less bloating, better digestion, and even more energy over time. And let's not forget the kidneys, especially in those struggling with lower back discomfort. Placing the blend over the kidney area for several nights in a row can support detoxification and ease mild discomfort related to inflammation or mild stone formation. The truth is, your body already knows how to heal. It just needs the right environment, and sometimes the right support. That's what this blend offers: a gentle nudge in the direction your body's been trying to go all along. With all these potential benefits, you might be wondering, is it really that simple? And the answer is, yes, it truly can be. But like anything worth doing, there are a few important things to keep in mind to ensure safety and effectiveness. First, never apply raw garlic directly to your skin without dilution. Garlic is incredibly potent. It can burn or irritate sensitive skin, especially if left on for too long. That's why mixing it with castor oil is so important. The oil helps buffer the intensity of the garlic while enhancing its absorption. If you have sensitive skin or are using the blend on delicate areas, like the chest, neck, or inner thighs, you can let the grated garlic sit in the castor oil for a few minutes, then strain it out. This way, you still get the benefits without risking irritation. Second, always use a cloth barrier. The blend should never go straight onto the skin. A thin layer of cotton, flannel, or soft gauze will help regulate how much oil reaches your body and ensure a slower, more even absorption, especially if you're leaving it on overnight. Third, take a moment for a patch test. If it's your first time using castor oil or garlic topically, apply a small amount of the blend to the inside of your forearm. Wait 15 to 20 minutes. If you notice redness, itching, or discomfort, you may need to dilute the garlic more or reduce usage frequency. And a note on cleanliness. Castor oil is thick and sticky. It can stain clothing and sheets. Always protect your bedding and use clothes you don't mind getting oily. Many people reserve one shirt or towel just for compress nights, and it works just fine. These small steps make a big difference. They help ensure that this powerful, natural blend supports your health gently and safely, just as nature intended. Now that you know how to prepare and apply the blend safely, let's talk about how often you should use it and what kind of routine brings the best results. For most people, starting with 5 nights a week is a great beginning, especially if you're targeting chronic joint pain, digestive troubles, or respiratory congestion. Just pick a time that's quiet, maybe before bed, when you can rest and let the compress do its work. If you begin noticing improvements, like reduced swelling, smoother movement, or better sleep, you can continue nightly or adjust the schedule based on your comfort. Some prefer using the compress during the day. In that case, 2 to 3 hours while resting, reading, or watching TV can be very effective. Just be sure everything is secured and won't leak through your clothes. What's important is consistency. The power of this remedy lies not in a single use, but in repeated, gentle support over time. Like water smoothing a stone, the results build gradually, night by night, layer by layer. Also, remember to reuse your compress smartly. After each use, store the cloth in a sealed plastic bag in the refrigerator. Just add a small amount of fresh castor oil and garlic before the next application. If the cloth starts to feel stiff or smells off, go ahead and prepare a new one. This isn't just a home remedy. It's a ritual, a quiet act of care that honors your body's need for rest, warmth, and support. And that, in itself, is healing. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with something deeper than just a remedy. Because healing isn't only about easing pain or loosening joints, it's about restoring something you may have thought was gone. Comfort, confidence, control over your own body. That quiet strength you once felt when you could move without thinking, rest without discomfort, and wake up ready to face the day. You see, when we live with pain or discomfort long enough, we start to adapt around it. We move differently, think differently, even dream smaller. But it doesn't have to stay that way. This simple blend, just castor oil and garlic, isn't about chasing miracles. It's about reconnecting with your body's natural ability to recover, to soften what's tight, to soothe what's irritated, to give back a little bit of ease each time you use it. And no matter your age, no matter how long you've been dealing with your symptoms, you haven't missed your chance. It's not too late. You're not too old. Your body is still listening, still responding, still capable of healing. So tonight, maybe you'll try it. Just one area, one quiet hour, one cloth, one moment of saying to yourself, let's try something different. And who knows, maybe 7 days from now you'll feel a little freer, a little stronger, a little more like you. That's what this is all about.